Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come I need rest? No recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
I don't wanna be right, Coach. Under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and our home team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Throwing on first down. Pritchett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
To throw again. Pritchett. Yeah, he'll find Hall. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Looking to throw on second down. Pritchett. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this.
Off play action. Pritchett. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Pritchett. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Mike, 180. 55. Cut.
They'll run on first down. Lock. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10. Let's go! 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 2nd down. Block. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Set. 180. Heavy on the edges. Regular. One touch.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Here we go. Go to the ending. Here we go. Take it.
On 1st and 10, Pritchett. And this one's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
to throw on second down. Pritchett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here we go. Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Let's go. Come on. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Echo. Keep it up. Hey, shut up.
From the gun on third down. Pritchett going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We want this.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Good. 180. Watching you drive. Real.
Mayfield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chargers first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 7, Falcons 3.
Check. 180. Check. 55 to Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go.
On first down, Block, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Good track. 61. Matchbox lights. Up, Jackson. Hey, Alpha.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. High throw, but the catch is made. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
180. Hey, let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
They'll run on first down. Lock. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Pritchett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Echo.
Mayfield down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert 3, alert 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Pritchett. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. First down, Pritchett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3 our score. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pritchett. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ross on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
King. 55. Point it right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield looks to throw. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Gordon on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Looking to throw. Pritchett. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Motion. 49.
Throwing on first down. Pritchett. Letting one go deep for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Operating from the gun. Pritchett. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground. Lock. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they give this time to the tailback. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one. The wave swung.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down. Pritchett. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pritchett. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw. Pritchett. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They're completing up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will tie our score at 14. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You must be true. Hey! You got most regular. Right there. Check. Crunch. Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. Lock. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Going deep downfield for Ross. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Pritchett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pritchett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
You got time. You got time. You got time right there. Motion, 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 motion. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
In your face.
Looking to throw. Pritchett. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Push him back. Push him back. Big dash, big dash. Come, come. Check.
Operating from the gun. Pritchett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Wood.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll try the left side. Block. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike, 55. Run. Mike, I'm coming.
They'll keep it on the ground. Block. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pritchett, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on. 58, come on.
Throwing again. Pritchett. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check it back.
pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Pritchett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep depth. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. On first down, Pritchett. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Desmond King there on the coverage. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Pritchett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Block. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Check. Mike. Alert. You got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. 52's the Bravo.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Regular. Hurry.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
It's our time.
On 1st down. Block. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hurry. Pistol. Hurry. Bandit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. Hurry. I got you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
You better bring it. Hey, Mike 52. Get your swerve
On 3rd down, Lock. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Pritchett. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, partner, a great game that we got to